So today we'll be doing something a little different. We'll be walking around this classic dealership as we display the available vehicles from the dealership. Besides, our topic of discussion today will be step-by-step car importation process. So this dealership offers car importation services. Alternatively, there are already available units here to choose from, a range of sport utility vehicles, to include the X-Trail 4X4, CX5 AWD, kuna CX5 AWD yet another. So hizi ni za 2018. Lots of stock zile zilikuwa hapa have been sold out, so we anticipate additional stock by the comments of next month of course. So zile magari zitakuwa zinakuja likely stands chances of attracting slightly higher pricings due to the speculative difference in taxes by the taxman KRA. So if suppose you're still looking for the to purchase of a foreign used vehicle, this is the right time. So these vehicles bado ziko na zile fixed prices, no tampered prices. The beauty about this dealership, the units here are highest of grade. Look at that. By grade, I'm referring to 4.5 plus grade on these units. So stay tuned as we walk around. As mentioned, kuna ka Harrier classic on this in year 2019. Look at that, it comes perfect. Best of spoilers here, sleeky design on the unit. So the first phase is sport utility vehicles. I'll shortly take you to zile station wagons and more units. Look at that Harrier, all these Harriers very organized. CX5, kuna Foresters, AWD Foresters lined up, so lots more to expect. So now we back to our topic. Our topic, as mentioned, was car importation. So have you ever imagined owning your dream car? Clean, low mileage, perfect condition, a unit that is right imported from, say, Japan at a better price than other local deals. But here's the problem. The problem is that most people lose money. Some get scammed or end up with the wrong cars simply because they don't understand the car importation process. So XV, Subaru, classic, lots more. So if you spot a vehicle that you've been looking for, feel free to hit me up. I'll share photos and possibly videos on the same. So now in today's video, as I walk you around, I'll similarly walk you around through the entire car importation process, step by step, from choosing a car abroad all the ways to drive it to the Kenyan roads. So if you plan to import your first or even your next upgrade, this video might save you hundreds of thousands. Alternatively, if suppose your importation takes to between 4 to 6 months, I mean weeks, 4 to 6 weeks to have it right from Japan to Mombasa. Alternatively, that is such longer period for you to wait, then come directly to this dealership. Let's get you the vehicle right already imported from this exact dealership. More of Toyota Harriers. This is a GR Sport for the Toyota Harrier. Look at that. Hard to find a GR Sport. Ask for pricings. My fielder, I tell you. So today is your day. You don't have to fail to get a vehicle from here. The GR Sport is here. So now let us start with the topic of discussion. Why even import a car? So these are fielder, a hybrid. So the main reason for importing is you get better conditions than the locally used vehicles. So these are not locally used, these are fresh imports too. You get low mileage on the vehicle, you get more features. For say utapata gari kona sunroof, heated seats for comfort, ikona safety tech. Look at that, for example here, a safety tech, yani a unit comes all in one. So that is the beauty about importation. For example, So basically you get to save a lot when it gets to importation. However, so these are disclaimer, importation pia inakuja na its ups and downs. Very risky, especially when you don't get to link up with the correct agent, or if you don't get to make an importation right from the best of companies. Perhaps you stand chances of losing your money. You similarly stand chances of having a low grade vehicle in the name of saving. So classic vehicles still coming in. These RAV4 2019, kuna CX5. Most CX5 zimeuzwa, so that's why you can tell the stock imepungua sana. So most people love CX5, as I can tell. CX5 na all the Voxes are all sold out. Voxy, Noah, zote zimeenda. So a few areas, and as mentioned previously, more are coming up. Okay, these are new units on stock for the Voxes, though majority have been sold out. So now the challenges ya import will include a long process, as mentioned. Around you've got to wait for around 4 weeks to 6 weeks, which is lots of days. Suppose, especially when you're not patient enough, it's preferable. If you're not patient enough, it's preferred if you just get right to the dealership, kama hii, get your vehicle right from here. So easy, you know, the average pricings here 2.9 million cash, negotiable to 2.8. So physically visit, isn't it all on these? All these are non-hybrid for the Voxes. So wale wanatafuta Uber business vehicles or family vehicles, these are the best vehicles for you. We've got Nissan NV200 right here, wale wa biashara, all these. We've got classic units here on Toyota Heinz za biashara again. Physically visit. Wale wamekuwa kiulizia magari za kazi, similarly here in tonnage we'll have them for 2 tons. I'll confirm that all these ni magari za kazi. So basically importation would require patience, and then you have to do all the checks to reduce your risk of being conned. So as we display this vehicle in a CX5, I'll let you know on the right countries to buy from. So choosing the right country source is an important factor when it gets to importation. A country as Japan stands out for what reason? The reason being that Japan iko na the best of quality checks. Every vehicle kabla ikuwe exported from Japan, it undergoes thorough quality checks. So Japan are not risking on quality. So unaweza nunua gari from the auction, but it gets rejected through the auction unless it gets perhaps repaired or something of the sort. So these are CX5 priced averagely, we'll have it for 4 million, negotiable all the way to 3.8. RAV4 pia iko hapa, classic unit. So kuna magari za Japan, kuna UK na kuna Singapore. So those are the main countries from which most importations happen. So majority is Japan. Most imports are from Japan. A few from UK inakuja second, alafu Singapore pia is an upcoming. Hata China, lately I've seen a number of China vehicles. From China. So China is similarly coming up, except for that hazina spare parts. That's why possibly magari za China won't stand out. As I display this Vox's exterior, so we'll be having a little chat about selecting the right car. So now you have to bear in mind that the choice of car that you're looking for has to meet given quality checks, rather given conditions. The first condition is the year of manufacture. The Kenya Bureau of Standards (KEBS) has stipulated the requirements as importation of vehicles. Lately, vehicles from Uganda. Previously Uganda walikuwa na import magari even from 15 years old, though lately there's an update here only 13 years old for Uganda. Though in Kenya you can't import a vehicle that is older than older than 80 years. So far unaweza import gari just from 2018 to Kenya. So you have to check on the year of manufacture, that is one. You similarly got to check on the mileage. Of course, low mileage will possibly imply low T and wear. Low mileage will definitely imply low risk on the vehicle. So prefer lower mileage. So there's this narrative in vehicles above 100,000 kilometers in mileage are the best for importation, pegging arguments on the notion that as in they have to be replaced, spare parts lazima zikuwe replaced before they're exported. So I'm not sure about that, although I believe that the lower the mileage, the better the vehicle. You then would wish to confirm on the engine size. So of course the engine size in affect duty ya gari. Engine size, let us look at this. So for these two vehicles, suppose hii ni 1500cc and this is 1000 cc. Let's compare 1000cc vehicle. So this is not 1000, so I'm just giving example. 1000cc on a vehicle na 2000cc. Ile gari ya 2000cc it attract higher taxes. The bigger the engine, the higher the tax. That's why in some cases unashindwa mbona nani amenunua the same vehicle though you paid less duties. The fact is that the reason to that is the fact that low high engines zina attracting high duties. So if you don't want high duties, you'll of course go for lower zile za below 1000cc. Though that will depend on what type of vehicle you're looking forward to. So these are Toyota Probox ya kutoka 1.45 utapata Toyota Probox. Toyota Probox kutoka hapa zimeuzwa sana. For what reason? Okay, majority of clients wa Toyota Probox kutoka hapa ni mostly wale wa Somali. So hero wale wa Somali, we really encourage you to visit our dealership if you're looking forward to purchase of any vehicle from here. Lots of Toyota Probox, kuna Succeed 1.45 negotiable, utatengenezewa bei itakuwa bahari yake. So the fuel type, of course, kuna zile hybrid cars, of course zina save fuel. Pia hybrid vehicles attracts lower taxes. So the taxman has an incentive on hybrid vehicles. So they are given lower tax to encourage more importation of hybrid vehicles due to less emission, less gas emission. Okay, auction grade. So if you check on the auction grade, grade 4 and above is acceptable, though grade 4.5 plus will be better. So grade ya gari ina determine. So the grade of the vehicle is always listed on the auction sheet. So you're supposed to be in a position of best interpretation of the auction sheet prior to purchase of the vehicle. So before you import, ask your importer to share with you the auction sheet. Where is the auction sheet? If you're not in a position of interpreting the auction sheet, hit me up pale kwa comment section to find my contact for better interpretation of the auction sheet. The auction sheet always details exterior view ya gari, exterior condition ya gari, interior condition ya gari, and finer details ya gari. So that is a fact to consider. So avoid grade R. Grade R, ukiona auction sheet imeonyesha grade R, inamaanisha the Japanese QISJ platform wamefanya inspection yao and they found that the vehicle is an accident vehicle. Grade R simply means accident vehicle. So now, where do you buy your vehicles? So as previously mentioned, we've had you informed that if you don't want to import, so importation takes a lot of time and you stand chances, it's risky of course to import, you stand chances of losing your money, of course. BMW, is it X1? If you don't want to import, hit me up. Already these are available, imported for you. All these are available, import for you. So why don't you just come directly for this? So if you don't want the waste of time, ukikuja direct for say Harrier a GR Sport, direct ownership inakuwa transferred to you immediately. The only challenge is that you want to save compared to the individual who does importation. So now, where do you get vehicles from? From Japan? Oh, okay, most vehicles are gotten from online auctions in USS Tokyo. We've got B Forward and SBT Japan. So SBT Japan, B Forward and USS Tokyo are the best platforms to import your vehicle from. For what reason? These companies got a broader portfolio when in regards to vehicle. They've got all varieties of vehicle, wider portfolio, and for a longest time these vehicles, these platforms have had the best of reviews. So if you're the first time importer of a vehicle, SBT Japan and B Forward USS Tokyo are the best places to buy from. Importing agent is important. So before you import a vehicle, lazima utafute an agent who will help you with importation. Maxgambol TV and Max Auto Freight will help you with that, especially when it gets to clearance of your vehicle. So already, if suppose we share import a gari peke yako and it's stranded at the port of Mombasa, hit me up. In the comment section you find our contacts. I will help you the clearance of the vehicle from the port of Mombasa. Axelas all lined up here, Axios lined up. So Masienta, kulikuwa na Masientas here, lots of them. There's a Vitz here, 1.45 negotiable. Is my Mazda Demio 1.45 negotiable. You'll get one. Sorry for not displaying pricings. Wagon R pale ukija na 890 utapewa. Axela. As for pricing on the Fit 1.7, you'll get a unit. Honda Vezel 2.9 negotiable. You'll get Honda Vezel Sport Harrier 4.1 negotiable. You'll get this Sport Harrier. So importing agent, never send your money directly to a random dealer that you don't know online. Use a verified agent before sending your money to any unverified. For the case of SBT Japan, confirm from the platform, then hit me up. I'll directly okay. So now I know you're interested in knowing the car importation computation process. Okay, on the total cost, you want to know how car prices when it gets to importations are arrived at, including all the taxes payable. So basically on the breakdown on the total cost, so importation ya gari, so these are RAV4, alafu these are BMW X1. We will shortly be having in our next video a review of the BMW X1, so stay tuned. So now, a classic vehicle, look at that. What I always love about this vehicle is the honey, the kidney signature grille on this classic vehicle. 3.6 million utapewa hii BMW X1, a vehicle that has existed all the way from 2009. We'll have a discussion about the BMW X1. The BMW's history dates back to 2009, where it's undergone several generational advancements. The first generation ilitoka 2009 hadi 2015, second kutoka 2015 hadi 2015 hadi 2020, then the third generation, that is the U1. So this is the second generation, the BMW X1, falling under the F48 generation. The first generation inakuanga E84. So classic vehicle, classic pricing on this, 3.7 negotiable. You'll get this amazing classic vehicle. So we'll shortly have a discussion on that. So now on the breakdown, total cost, this is what you're supposed to know. So this is the RAV4 classic. Ask for pricings in the comment section. So ukitaka kuimport gari, the first thing that you'll be asked for is the car price. Car price inakuanga FOB. So if you hear of FOB, that is ile bei ya gari kiwa Japan. The dealers in Japan, kama hii gari wanaweza kupea na FOB say of $7,000. Equate that could be okay, unaweza pata na $6,000. Utabagain $6,000 for instance. So that is your FOB. So if it is $6,000, no utaongezea shipping cost. Bei ya kuitoa from Japan to where? To Mombasa. So that is the shipping cost. So ukiongeza ile bei ya gari na shipping cost, that would be the cost of the vehicle. You'll pay the insurance again and the freight. Hiyo ni freight charge. The shipping cost is the freight charge. So in most cases you'll hear of CIF, that is the cost of the vehicle, insurance on the vehicle, and the freight cost on the vehicle. After that, the taxman now starts to heat up. So by the taxman, we're referring to KRA. So the taxman, where does the taxman comes in? The taxman will first hard slap you with an import duty. Import duty roughly for now is at 25%. Alafu utapigwa na excise duty between 20 to 35%. So the excise duty pia ina depend on given factors in regards to the vehicle. I'll let you know of that in our next video. You will have to again incur additional VAT, value added tax, 16%. That is always common. Alafu IDF, alafu railway levy. Kenya Railways pia wako actually, they say you have to service the rail. I guess that is the reason for the rail. So in our next video, I'll have you informed of how the computation is supposed to be done. However, that is not the case for importation of vehicles. For the case of importation of vehicles, the current retail selling prices is used CRSPS. You must have heard of the CRSPS. So CRSPS ni ile assumed value ya hiyo gari, assuming that it was new. So hii gari ni ya 2018. So CRSPS ni ile bei yenye the taxman one approximate hii Honda Vezel inaweza kuwa ikiwa mpya. So in as much as ulinunua at say $10,000, hiyo 10,000 tumesema ni bei gani? FOB. Ukailipia insurance, ukailipia freight, CIF tuseme ikakuja $11,000. So still the taxman will assume that hii gari Honda Vezel ya 2026 si 11,000, ingekuwa mpya ingekuwa kama 15,000. So that is the current retail selling prices. So that price is always depreciated. There's a formula that is used. I'll do that in our next video to depreciate it depending on the year. Kama hii ni ya 2018 itakuwa depreciated na 60% depending on the years. Pia they'll again deduct some 25% on assumed profit of the vehicle. So we'll do that in our next video. So finally, from the CRSPS, the taxman will arrive at the assumed, not the assumed, the taxes payable. So that is, although however for now there's a notion of valuation that is undergoing. We'll similarly discuss that in our next video. Although alternatively, previously what was supposed to be happening, the taxman walifaa wachukue ile import duty, I mean the CIF cost ya ile gari, they add waipige na 25% ya import duty, alafu ile value ya watapata waipige tena na 35% ya excise duty. The value pia inapigwa na VAT ya 16% to arrive at the value of the vehicle. Though that is not happening, and the reason is very simple. Wakenya wamekuwa wajanja, or rather the dealerships in Japan and Kenyans apparently get to wanakaa kupiga deal. So the current retail selling price is the best valuation process that is presently being used. So very fast as we finish, shipping process. There are two methods of shipping a vehicle. So now, before we get to documentation, let us talk about the shipping process. So ukitaka gari letu kutoka settle at Japan, so inaweza kuwa shipped with the two ways, RORO or container. RORO means roll in, roll out. So hapa magari zinachukuliwa kama hizi, zinaekwa kwa meli. If you've seen how the ferry works, ile Likoni ferry, ile ferry ya Likoni, that is a form of RORO. Magari zinachukuliwa, zinakuwa packed kwa basement ya shipping. So that is a roll in, roll out. So though the second one zinawekwa kwa container pia. Container is a little safer, although the RORO one is cheaper, although ina expose gari to more risks. Though RORO container is more secure, though a little expensive. RORO is cheaper, and the car is driven to the ship and gotten off the ship when it gets driven. So now, documents required very fast. What are now the documents that are expected of you before you import your vehicle? Very important. So there's a CX5 Classic on this, so feel free. 0721 58 2052 is my contact. Suppose you're looking for two purchase of this wine red in color, amazing. So now nikipeana documents, let me show you these two. So the documents that we expected to have includes a bill of lading, I'll explain that, a commercial invoice, export certificate, and logbook KRA pin, of course, because of KRA, and the ID copy. So let us start with the bill of lading. A bill of lading is more of a document of title. A document of title. So this is always inakani kama receipt. It's more of a receipt of payment. So ukishachukua gari yako from SBT Japan, your agent or SBT Japan wataichukua waipeleke to a shipping line. So ikifika kwa shipping line, the shipping line would issue your exporter a bill of lading. So hiyo ni receipt ya kuconfirm kwamba gari imefika where? Gari imefika to the ship and ready. So the bill of lading will be sent to you, so that is approved. So as soon as you receive a bill of lading, be assured that gari yako iko kwa meli and it is fast approaching the port of Mombasa. That is where you now have to first contact a clearing agent. Maxgambol TV and Max Auto Freight will help you with that. Send me your bill of lading. Send me what else? Send me your commercial invoice. Commercial invoice ni ile yenye inaonyesha the FOB value. FOB value, commercial invoice. Export certificate pia unafaa utumiwe in 3 copies. Bill of lading pia utatumia in 3 copies. One will send to your clearing agent. So export certificate pia utatumia. Export certificate is just more of a cancelled logbook pale Japan. KRA pin is self-explanatory, then ID. So we first let us wind it up with the clearance process in Kenya. So that is where we now step in. We'll help you with the clearance of your vehicle. Suppose you hit up on 0721 58 2052. Alternatively, if I'm that busy, I'll link you up to our partner company to help you with the clearance of your vehicle. So now, step by step, kaa inafika Mombasa port, the clearing agent ana process zile documents umemtumia. The KRA will compute their taxes, whichever value. If it is the CRSPS, you can compute that. I'll show you how to compute your taxes kutumia the CRSPS method through the systematic depreciation of the CRSPS value to arrive at the payable taxes on the vehicle. Cabs inspection itafanyika after you've paid your duties. So your clearing agent anafaa kuonyeshe he'll input those documents. After inputting your documents, KRA will generate an e-slip. E-slip itakuwa ina detail ile the tax payable, the tax that you're supposed to pay on the vehicle. So if the e-slip is generated, of course you'll be issued the e-slip. You directly utalipa wewe personally, or alternatively your clearing agent can pay on your behalf. Though preferably, just do a favor, do yourself a favor, pay by yourself the taxes, then let your clearing agent proceed with the clearance process. After payment of the duties, of course, the vehicle will be cleared. From the port of Mombasa, clearing agents face a few of challenges. That is where you have to pay a little of a clearance of vehicle service fee. Juu lazima, this is Kenya, for faster clearance lazima ufanye ile kitu. Besides a few of, so that is why you have to pay us kidogo for the service that we offer. So cabs inafanya inspection and then the car is released. So we're finalizing on the registration and the number plates. So this is now very important. Registration and number plates is always done by the NTSA, the National Transport and Safety Authority. So your number plate, NTSA registration is done, your number plate is assigned, the logbook is processed. So we're winding it up with common mistakes to avoid. So if you're looking forward to importing your vehicle, And there are mistakes that you're supposed to avoid. Ndo usigongwe. The first thing, don't send your money to fake agents. Pesa itaenda. The second mistake is ignoring auction sheet. Pale mbele nilikuwa nimewambia gari ikifanywa inspection unafaa utumiwe auction sheet. Hiyo auction sheet ina determine grade ya gari na final details. So look at the auction sheet, analyze it or send it to me. I'll have it analyzed on your behalf. You'll pay for that, of course. The auction sheet is supposed to Honda Vezel Classic. Come for this Honda Vezel. Kuna Tuaregs, more of Tuaregs. So auction sheet inafanya kuambia kama you are supposed to proceed with the payment of the vehicle or not. Auction sheet ina grade gari, inakuambia condition ya gari, interior, exterior, final details. The second thing is underestimating taxes, especially now. Don't underestimate taxes. So presently there's so lately for this month we've not had an importation of vehicle yet. Though speculatively there's a valuation going on. So it's hard to determine the payable taxes unless you get to link up with the customs. However, ukitaka speculation on taxes payable, hit me up again. I'll confirm that on your behalf. Then the second mistake, the next mistake of course, is buying an accident car. Accident car tulisema kwa auction sheet inakuanga grade R. So if you buy a grade R, you're done. Na pia gari inakuwa grade 4 of course, lakini pia iko accident. So that is where you have to consult or deal with a trusted dealership. We've had you for SBD Japan for their portfolio, broader portfolio. We've had you Outcome, and me being an approved agent of Outcome, hit me up. We'll directly head you to the offices at Outcome. We'll do your selection. We'll help you with the selection of your vehicle. If you're about a vehicle of interest, the importation process shall begin. At here, right at this dealership here, we can physically visit us directly from the dealership. Let us know. Kama ile gari unatafuta haiko hapa, we'll try help you the importation of that vehicle. Finally, not verifying the year of manufacture. So this is now going to hit you the hardest. Lazima verify ile year of manufacture. You must verify the year of manufacture. Remember, as mentioned, Kenya inakubali just but vehicles that are 18 years old. So if you don't verify, ulete gari ya 2017 hapa, just know pesa yako imekunywa maji. So you have to verify to confirm that the year of manufacture is kutoka 2018 plus. So now, if you've made it this far, you now understand the full car importation process in Kenya, from Japan to your driveway. So if you want to help importing, car sourcing the best car, or avoiding costly mistakes, feel free to reach out. I've got you covered. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video to someone planning to import a car. So this is Maxgambol TV, of course, leading YouTube channel that awaits best of car offers. We often do for the longest time we've done foreign used vehicles, locally used vehicles. Though if you can notice, we shortly and slowly shifting to foreign used vehicles, and deep down way Ms. Watano will simply be specializing on car importation. Not just car importation, whatever you want to export, will help you import it. Whatever you want from China, we've got agents in China. Suppose unataka export, let it be tea, let it be coffee, we'll help you export that. Just hit me up in the comment section if you're looking forward to car importation clearance services from the port of Mombasa. Zile documents that we just mentioned, you are supposed to be sending me those documents. I'll fast facilitate your car clearance process. So thanks again for staying with us to this level. If you stay with us to this level, as mentioned, hit up on the subscription button. That is the only way that you get to support us. That is the only way that you get to support Maxgambol TV. Till we meet again in our next video, inshallah.